Hi there, this is savewith.crypto. Okay, so I just saw this on Cointelegraph. Binance Australia Derivatives reportedly closes accounts and positions for some users. It says Binance Australia Derivatives incorrectly classified end users as wholesale investors, according to an investigation into its onboarding services. And, there's things like this tweet here saying Binance closed derivative positions for many Australian users. Here's an image, not a very good one, basically saying that everybody's position has been liquidated as of now. I mean, Jesus. That's not good. The effect this seems to have had on the Bitcoin price was quite dramatic. And you can see here that literally when that news came out, which was about here, the price dropped down 2.72%, which is quite big for Bitcoin. So, that wasn't good. So if you are in Australia and you use Binance, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you were following my $200 challenge Telegram group and you were in a profit, because we all were. So I just put out this morning just saying that these were the positions I was going to go into. It was like 50% at 22880 and 50% at 23829. So 23829 was the one that got filled, and that was this one here, 23829. That got filled, and currently we're 9.59% in profit, which is about $160. So that's looking quite good. That's giving the overall assets of this account at $3,479. And this is the account that I started off with $200 on January the 2nd this year. So it's just over 6 weeks. So let's say it was 3,500 divided by 200. Yeah, so I managed to 17x that money. That's not bad, is it? If I can keep doing that every 6 weeks, I'll be a millionaire within 6 months, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, it's very difficult to keep that consistency up. Having said that, it's not been bad, And you can check how you've been doing. If you go to orders and then derivatives orders, and then you look in closed profit and loss. And then if you actually look for the pair that you've been trading, so in this case it's BTC USD. And then if I put the start date as January 1st, going up to today. And you can see here that these were the trades we've taken in the challenge. This is going from the 23rd of February to the 5th. So all of these are in profit. Okay. Before that, you had all these here, which are all in profit, apart from this one, which is where I mistakenly opened up a very small short position. I didn't mean to at all. I think I did something wrong, and I accidentally shorted it on 40x leverage. Luckily, the position was tiny. It was actually a minus 2.98% loss. But I think because of the funding fees, the actual what I lost was nothing. So that wasn't anything at all. And that was the 13th of January, and then before that, I had all these ones here. Another one, little tiny loss there. Yeah, once again it was a zero loss. So I've not been doing bad, have I? So if you're interested in getting involved with this, just go to savewith.crypto.org/TG and you'll get into the Telegram group. It's completely free. I don't need you to do anything. I need you to like my videos and leave nice comments, and that's all I really want. If you do want to use my ByBit link, that's brilliant. You can just go to savewithcrypto.org/ByBit and you get up to $30,000 bonus, depending on what you deposit. Or you could use BitGet, which is another new one I'm trying out. BitGet, you get up to $5,000 bonus. Some people like Carl the Moon is saying it's 8,000. I'm not quite sure where he gets that from, but I must ask, because I believe everybody's on the same deal. Now, I think the reason I've been quite consistent about making gains with these trades is I really don't want to lose money, and I'd rather kind of make a very small amount of money than risk losing any money. So I tend to protect my positions as soon as I can. So say, for example, I've got this long trade here that's got this beautiful entry here at 23,829. That couldn't have been more perfect, could it really? It's fantastic. I'll show you how I got that figure in a moment as well. But the point being is that at the moment it looks like it might go up, but it might not. It's 2 p.m. now UTC, so the market's open in the States in half an hour, so there may well be some volatility then. What I tend to do is I tend to put a stop loss slightly in profit. Now, if I'm on 10x leverage, normally like a 2 or a 3% stop loss is about right. So what I would do, I'd probably measure up here to like 0.2 or a little bit more, maybe like 0.25. Then I can see here that 23888 is probably a good place for a stop loss. Okay, so you can do that by just coming down to here and going to stop loss and put in 23888. Okay, so that would give a return on investment of 2.46%. If you want to adjust it slightly, you could go, up or down, maybe get it dead on 2.5% or whatever you wish. And that is generally what I do to protect a position. Now, I'm not going to do that in this case because I've still got 50% of the capital, and I think there is a possibility the price might shoot down here. And if it does, and say this order fills here, which is my second one, which is at 22880. If the price comes down here and this one fills, that will give an average entry price around here somewhere like 23399, which would be very good going forwards. Now, the things you need to keep an eye on, of course, are the liquidation price. The liquidation price is 21762. If that's a little too close for comfort, then you're on too high a leverage. Someone once told me that the way you decide leverage is it needs to be a figure so you can walk away from the computer and go out for the day and not worry about it. Of course, if you're going to be in front of the computer sort of worrying about it, then I suppose you could go a little bit higher. Generally, that's a good rule of thumb. And really, if I'm going to be busy doing something else during the day, I tend to use 4x or 5x leverage, nothing more than that. But for the more riskier ones, I tend to go for 10x, and I have been known to use 40x every now and again. In fact, I did at the very, very start of this this challenge. But what I was doing, I was using like quarter of the account on 40x leverage just to try and get them first few $100 up a little bit more. And at the time, I was thinking if I just screw it up and lose it all, then I've only lost $200. But I didn't. In fact, I was quite successful in the first few days, which really helped. But let me just show you how I got these entry figures. So if you come over to Trading View, and then what I use is the Fibonacci Retracement tool, which is this thing here. And if you go to this tool here, it will show you all the different ones. And the one I use is this one, Fib Retracement. And then what you need to do, you need to kind of identify the trend you're in, you see. Now, to me at the moment, this seems like the trend is going up, okay, like that. So, okay, so that's the trend. And then what you want is the last high. So literally the last time the price went high. So that was about here. Okay. So just have a mental note of that. And also you want the last low. So the last low was about here. Okay. So then you get your Fib Retracement tool. And mine will look a little bit different at the moment. I'll explain that in a moment. But if you go from this point here, okay, and then you go up with your cursor and put it on the last high there. Okay. What that gives you, it gives you these levels that are levels that humans tend to go to. Fibonacci is all about nature and that kind of thing, and it's just really weird the way it works so well. Now, the most important retracement values for Bitcoin tend to be, as far as I can see, between the 0.382 and the 0.618. And crucially, I think what they refer to as the golden pocket is the one between 0.5, which is not technically a Fibonacci level, but it is one of those psychological ones that people go for. So 0.5 and 0.618. Okay. Now, the reason my Fibonacci retracement looks different is because I've just set a few things differently. If I go to settings, I can show you what they are. So I think I took a few of these out and left a few in and made some different colours. So if you want to copy those, yeah, if I put that there, you can screenshot them and then copy those if you want to. And invisibility, I don't think I changed anything there. No, it's just in the style I changed these values. Then if you like that, you can save it. You can save it here. And the other thing I like to do as well is to check this, extend lines to the right. So what that means is when you draw your fib from there to there, it extends these lines out to the right. So all that means is that these values just the lines go out to the right. That's all that does. So you see what I went for earlier on. I went for the 0.5 because it looked to me like there'd been a reasonable amount of activity around that area. In fact, if I was to extend that out this way, it becomes quite freaky, doesn't it? You can see this golden pocket area here and how well that respected the Fibonacci. So the two levels I gave you were, one was the 0.382 Fibonacci and the other one was the 0.618. And that's all I did really, nothing too rocket science like there. Now obviously the price isn't going to do exactly what you want. If we knew how to predict the future, then we'd all be millionaires right now and there'd be no point even watching this video. The Fibonacci tool is very useful for just kind of predicting the levels that the price might go to if you think it's going that way. So it takes away a lot of the guesswork. Anyway, so to go back to the trade, you can see here that that first order filled there and the second one is set down here. Now the temptation is always to kind of like want to move that up and then get that filled, so you're using all your money. And of course by doing that you've just got nothing left to play with, because if things got a bit hairy, say like with some really bad news or something, then I could always move this down, and this could go down quite far. It could go down to somewhere near the liquidation point, so 21,762. I could put that down here at like 22,000, and that would help to protect the trade if the price came down. But for the moment I think this is looking okay. It's currently 13% in profit. It's about $218. And I think when the market opens in a few minutes, I think there could be some volatility. But I think overall the trend is up. Now the problem is, if that news about Binance Australia becomes a really big thing, that could disrupt the market quite badly. So I want to keep my eye on that. But I think for the moment, I think it's looking bullish. I think it's looking good. So there you go. Look, I'm not a brilliant trader. I'm not very good, but I've been doing it for a couple of years now. In fact, I've been doing it for nearly 3 years, I think, now. And I haven't done any courses or anything like that, or I haven't learnt from anybody. I've just done it all by, watching things on YouTube and then, trying things out for myself. And I think actually just trying to do trading is the best way to learn. As far as I can see, everybody has got a different style of trading. Some are better than others. I mean, mine's pretty bad, I think it is, but I don't tend to lose too much money. I do occasionally, but I could probably make a lot more if I was a bit better at the actual TA part of trading. Anyway, I hope that just gives you like a little insight to the way I'm doing the $200 challenge. I must admit, so far I'm really, really pleased with the way it's going. And I've actually done better than I thought I would do, to be honest. I mean, this one's at $220 in profit now, which means the assets, it's really good, isn't it? And I think Bitcoin-wise, I started off with 0.0123 Bitcoin. It's now 0.147, which is fantastic, isn't it? Anyway, so if you're interested in this, just go to savewithcrypto.org/TG and get yourself a ByBit account from savewithcrypto.org/ByBit. Try and grab one of those big bonuses if you can. And the best way to do that is to make sure that your initial deposit is as big as you can possibly make it. Because if you do something like do a $10 deposit and then later on you do a $10,000 deposit, the second one isn't taken into account with the deposit bonus. It is the first deposit that you make. So do try and bear that in mind. Okay, anyway, good luck everyone. I think this is all going to be good. Okay, so meanwhile, please give the video a like, leave a nice comment, make sure you're subscribed, and above all, tell your friends.
Thank you.